The hands of British monarchy are dipped in blood, Indian blood in particular. Nearly 10 million Indians were killed during 1857 wars alone. Technically, the British East India Company was in power then. The Crown took over on 1st November 1858. But, and this is crucial, the genocide of Indians had the full backing of Queen Victoria. And like Elizabeth, who has just passed away, she too had a benevolent image. Imagine. We will never forget the condescension of brutality, the racial holocaust, the megalomaniac war that was unleashed on hapless Indians by the greatest power of Christendom. With great sacrifices and often desperate resistance, we succeeded in preventing what the British were seeking, mass conversions of Indians. We refused to follow Latin America and countries of Africa, which basically ended getting converted as part of their ordeal under European imperialism. We got full and final independence in 1947. However, we can never forget that amongst the three stages of capitalism, commercial capitalism, industrial capitalism, and finance capitalism, we passed the stage of commercial capitalism with flying colors. By the time of Aurangzeb's death in 1707, India was a thriving economy which was growing at 20% annually, and we had a 25% share of the world's trade. We were just on the verge of our agrarian industrial revolution when the British took advantage of the post-Aurangzeb chaos. They subverted Indian forces and killed our budding industrial revolution. Indian wealth to the tune of $45 trillion, which is a conservative estimate, was drained in a very, very professional manner to finance the industrial revolution of Europe and England. This is something which we have to remember. This is exactly what the Delhi Proclamation, signed by Bahadur Shah Zafar, but issued by the Hindu peasant sepoys and Muslim Maulvis, spoke about. The Industrial Revolution of India. 1857, yes, was a revolution that wanted to grab that lost, unmissed historical opportunity. The Delhi Proclamation promised an agrarian industrial revolution through the introduction of steam power technology and land reforms. 93 years before the promulgation of the Indian Constitution, the Social Charter of Awadh, issued by 1857 fighters in the name of Birjis Qadar, spoke about equality, liberty, and fraternity. In fact, Begum Hazrat Mahal's last proclamation was absolutely spot on. It spoke about how the British wanted Indians to work on roads, railways for the masters, things we could have done ourselves. So it is strange and bizarre that some Indians are mourning the passing away of Queen Elizabeth. I mean, those who are trending rest in peace, etc., on Twitter are actually traitors, because we are still facing the consequences of missing our industrial revolution, the poverty, the unemployment, the long-term issues which are plaguing India are all because we missed the industrial revolution. The point here is that will happen. One day we are going to take our destiny into our own hands. We will decolonize India. But in the meantime, we should ask the British to apologize for the 1857 massacre, the Jallianwala Bagh, the general colonization, and the famines that took place. The British should also compensate India $45 trillion to start with. They should return the Kohinoor, they should return the artifacts and the manuscripts stolen from India. In the meantime, we will ensure that plaques are put on the graves of cruel British officers that are still in India and that still bear citations as if they did a noble job of killing Indians. We will put plaques there highlighting the atrocities they committed. Like, for example, Hodson's grave in Lucknow. Hodson killed the sons of Bahadur Shah Zafar in cold blood. and yet his grave is felicitated. We will put a stop to all this nonsense which is going on. Because nationalism, 1850 nationalism, is the true Indian nationalism. Just renaming the Janpath or Rajpath or trying to build a new parliament, this is all pseudo-nationalism. This is nothing but pseudo-nationalism. When a pseudo-nationalist talks about decolonization, it makes me laugh. हंसी आती है उन लोगों पे. तुम क्या करोगे decolonization? तुम तो उन्हीं के औलाद हो, उन्हीं अंग्रेजों की औलाद हो. यहाँ पर केवल ऐसा नहीं है कि केवल कांग्रेस में ब्राउन साहिब हैं. उससे बड़े ब्राउन साहिब क्या, ब्राउन नौकर जो अब साहिब बन गए हैं वो बीजेपी में है. So this is the stark reality of India, and that is why we have to build a movement, or we are building a movement where we are asking the British to apologize and to pay compensation. अंग्रेज माफी मांगो, मुआवजा दो, जंग जारी है.